YouTube is up. TikTok is up. I am up. You are up. Let's read for the zodiac signs for the week, shall we? Instead of some normal music, I'm kind of fascinated today with some piano. So that's what we're going to listen to. I have picked out the ultimate mix of Hans Zimmer. Hans, I probably said it wrong. He is the Interstellar theme writer, Black Hawk Down, all kinds of interesting things. So that's what we're going to be listening to tonight. Just letting y'all know. So it's not very loud at first, just so you know. Just letting you know. All right. So that being said, Capricorns, are we ready? Because you will be my first this evening, just like always. And you want to throw cards. Tilt that down slightly. I'm using a couple of decks that I haven't used in a while. This one in particular. I actually forgot it was there. So, how was everybody's weekend? Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. And don't forget, guys, if you miss your sign, you can always go watch it on YouTube, which will probably flag me for the music I picked this evening. Is what it is, right? Caps, it looks like y'all get 2 cards here at the end. So let's see what you got. You guys flung this card out at me sideways. This is the Eagle. Then you have Between Worlds, which is new action. Then you have Responsibility. And you have the Fates. So, Cappies, here's how your week's going to go. Are you ready? Unfortunately, you guys have had, turn this back down, or it's going to get really loud. I say unfortunately because I think at first you guys have realized that you had some massive revelations about your life, either this weekend, yesterday, or today. One of those, something has whacked you pretty hard in the face, and in the gut, and in the back, and in the back of the knees. It's going to continue that feeling right there for the next couple of days, Cappy. It is what it is. It's going to continue for the next couple of days. The thing is, with it continuing, it is kind of going to knock down that big, hardcore, brave Cappy in there, but it's going to show you where you're about to embark on a whole new aspect of yourself, of your path, of where you're going in this life, where your soul is headed, etc. This is a very important week for you, Cappies. A very, very important week. Because as you guys look at this between worlds, this straddling of where you are, where you're going to see that there are new responsibilities that you have to pay attention to now. It's not just the same normal responsibilities of, oh, okay, I got to pay my rent, probably should feed my family. No. These are much deeper responsibilities, Cappies. You're also seeing where all the interconnectivities have been throughout your life. That is the Fates card. All of the things that have happened to you, Cappy, up to this point, every single aspect of your life that has got you to right here in this moment watching me on TikTok or YouTube. Every single thing has put you exactly where you are right now, good or bad, indifferent or otherwise, had to happen for you to be this week, this moment, and see where things are going. Now, for those of you guys that didn't catch the 2022 readings for the Cappies, This is one that if you're a Cappy and you did, this week's reading is going to resonate with you hardcore. Because I don't know if you remember or not. I do, only because I'm a Cappy, and so I remember. But this is going to be a year of an intense shift, an intense change for you. You are not going to be the same person, not even in the same universe as the person you were coming into 2022. This is the week that you realize that. This is the week, Cappies, where you have so much heaviness that falls on you, but it's a good heaviness. It's a good heaviness. All the other bullshit starts to float on off. Okay? So it's going to be an intensive week. Oh, you can't make this shit up. It's going to be a very intensive week, Cappies. So those of you guys that have Cappies in your life, just know they might withdraw a little bit. They might pull back, take stock of where they are, where they're going, where they might be. Don't be surprised if they make some changes. Don't be surprised if they're not the same person after this week. Okay? Here's why I said you can't make this shit up. Remember how I said the Cappies drew 2 of these cards? The very first one is Saturn, which is the planet of karma. Again, you can't make this shit up. It is also the heart chakra. Cappies, you're going to be doing a lot of heart searching this week, along with other things. This is when your karma is coming in to show you, hey, look, you have a very important role in this world. Now, here's the other one. Ready? You can't make this shit up. This is white quartz. And notice in the quartz what that looks like. Does that not look like Saturn? This is the crown. Meaning you Cappies are going to have an intensive week of downloads and uploads. So, Cappies are going to have one of those deep-seated, soul-searching weeks, and it's going to change them. So if you guys have a Cappy in your life, just know they are going to be different come next week. They're going to be different this week. They might just not be as chatty Cappy as normal. They'll be okay, though. I promise. Okay? They're seeing all of the synchronicities that there is to see in the universe. Thank you, Miss Daphne. Aquarius. Ready? I know that when I turned those cards over, I had to giggle because I'm already seeing that in my week. My mods can tell you. You're welcome, Cappies. All right, Aquarius sisters, ready? Suho watched the CERN live this morning. All right, ready? Here we go, Aquarius. You guys have corn, which is a great card to see. This is abundance. Then you guys have the birth of creation. Then you have strength upside down. Then you have the herald of change. Notice that it's the horseman. So, my Aquarius friends, this is a week where you're going to realize how much abundance you actually have in your life. Maybe it's money, maybe it's not. Maybe it's friends, maybe it's family. Maybe it's people that care about you. Maybe it's the job that you have. Maybe it's where you live. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your brain. But the thing is, in realizing how much you actually have, Aquarius, you're going to see where there's so much of you that you've been holding back. There's so much of you that you haven't been letting out, that you haven't been utilizing to its full potential. That's where that strength card comes in upside down. Because when you guys realize that, you're going to beat yourself up a little bit. Okay. Now, Aquariuses, I know I could say, don't do that because everybody does it, but it won't matter. You're going to do it anyway. I know how you Aquariuses are. You're going to do it anyway. I'll just say this. Cut yourself a little bit of slack. Okay, Aquarius? Everybody has this realization multiple times in their life, and you will too. This is just a week when it's hitting you a little harder than normal. But the good thing is that Herald of Change, that Horseman card there at the end, tells me that as you guys are making these realizations of how amazing things are around you, of the potential that you have that you haven't been using, and seeing where it's knocked you down, you guys are going to use that as a catalyst for a massive change. For a massive change. This is the Obsidian card. Obsidian is extremely protective. It's also the third eye. So Aquarius, it's going to be an interesting week for you as well in realizing that you've not been living up to your full potential and making the change to start getting there. So before you start beating yourself up too much, Aquarius, I'm just going to say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Okay. So that would bring us to Pisces. So for those of you guys that don't know, I teach classes. I have 2 new classes starting next week that I know some of you guys have been waiting patiently for. Every Wednesday, I teach a mentorship program at 10 a.m. It is videoed. Don't worry. You can go through and rewatch. Directly after that, okay, Pisces, you keep drawing 2. You're getting 2. Directly after that, I will be starting my shamanism class. Now, this will be next week, not tomorrow. My son is having surgery tomorrow. Next week, however, shamanism classes will start. Directly after that, herbalism will start. So if you guys would like to get your certification in herbalism, if you would like to know all the things, I'm going to let you know the herbalism course itself is like 9 months. It's a full herbalism course. It's not just, let's go talk about some herbs, okay? It's an in-depth thing. So if you guys have wanted to dip your feet into that, wanted to learn how to help others around you, help yourself, etc., there you go. Those of you guys that were interested in the shaman classes, they start next week. They are on the site where you can go sign up for them. Thank you guys for all the good vibes to my kiddo. I appreciate that. I do teach them in person. They are Wednesday mornings. They are all recorded, so if you can't make them, no big deal. They're recorded and put into a program for you so you can watch later. All right, Pisces is ready. All right. You guys have 2 cards to start off. You have the rainbow, and then behind that you have Pachamama, which is Mother Earth. Then you have the celestial gatekeeper, which is timing is critical. Then you have healing grief upside down. And then you have the wall, which is obstacles. So here's the thing, my Pisces friends. this is going to be kind of a double-edged sword week for you. In one aspect, there is something that you're going to realize it isn't time for yet. Something that you've been dying to get, you've been dying to have. You almost grab it. You almost grab it this week, and it seems to slip right through your fingers. Because it is not time yet, Pisces. It's not time for that yet. Whether it's that new job, whether it's a new love in your life, whatever it is, it's not time. You're going to go after it anyway. You're going to go after it anyway, Pisces. But just know it is going to slip through your fingers. So here's the good side of the week, because that technically is good. You just don't realize it yet. You're not going to realize it when it happens either. Okay? But I love how the music is lining up with what I'm saying. Do you? Just saying. But here's the good thing, Pisces. You guys are going to realize that there is something in your past that has been holding you back. It's grief that you've been trying to work through. And this doesn't necessarily mean losing someone. It could be losing a job. It could be losing a significant other. It could be a whole slew of things that we grieve when they exit our lives. Well, Pisces, you've been working and doing your due diligence, and you've really, really been busting ass and trying to heal from that. This is the week where something pops back up and you realize, wow, I didn't jump on that opportunity. I didn't cry. I didn't do this or say that or whatever. You're going to realize, Pisces, that you've done a massive amount of healing. You've moved past this situation. Is it still going to be there? Of course it is. But you're going to realize that you're not reacting the same. And in realizing that you're not reacting the same, you know those times when you get so, you have that self-realization and that smile just starts to spread across your face and all down in your soul, and everybody around you is like, what are you smiling about? Like, what are you smiling about? I want to know. And you can't explain it to them because you just know something deep inside you shifted. It's exactly where you're going to be this week, Pisces. That thing that you've been grieving for so long, you have finally moved to the next plateau. So, congratulations, Pisces. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, this would be the Mahogany Obsidian card. And I know sometimes Mahogany Obsidian can be a little hard to find. Most shops may not carry it, but you can also use Obsidian, Pisces, okay? But this is the solar plexus as well. So if you can't find a Mahogany Obsidian, anything else that will help you with your solar plexus, such as some of the solfeggio frequencies, some of the different meditations you can sleep to. Well, I thought I was going to yawn, but I didn't. Those will all help you this week as well. You need your center, Pisces, okay? So. All right. That would bring us to my Aries friends, yes? Yes? So for those of you guys that are just logging in that have missed your sign, know that I am streaming live on YouTube. So you can't miss it. You can always go back and watch it. I also do this every single Tuesday night at 8:30 Central. Let you know how your week's going to go for the Zodiac. This week I have just a little bit of different music going on. It is what it is. We start with Cappy. We go all the way around the horn. So Sagittarius, you guys will be last, but not least. I promise. I promise. All right. Well, you can't make this shit up, can you? Okay. All right. Ready, Aries? You guys also start off with the eagle, but it's right side up. Then you have expansion. Then you also have strength. Then you have the horseman as well. Thought I was going to yawn again. Still no yawn. I'm getting denied the yawns, which is the herald of change. So, my Aries friends, this week is going to be a week where you have to put on your brave big kid pants. Your brave big kid pants. For a couple of different reasons. The first one is that you two are going to be finding that there's an area of your life that is going to expand very quickly. Very quickly. This week is going to be a week of rapid change in that one area, one little bitty area, but it's going to make a massive difference in your life going forward, Aries. Now, with this expansion, I'm just going to let you know right now, there's going to be a lot of things that you need to study on, you need to learn, and you need to start falling down that rabbit hole of figuring out what the hell is going on. Okay? When this happens, Aries, it's also going to show you just how strong of a person you are. I don't know if you've been feeling a little down on that, if you've been feeling like maybe you aren't quite, the backbone that you thought you were, but you're going to find very quickly, Aries, that you're pretty fucking strong. Really fucking strong. So when you realize that, it's going to make it easier for this change to take hold, to take place. It's going to make it easier for you to learn, to expand, and to go forward. Okay? That expansion is going to be very important this week, Aries. Very, very important this week, okay? So, this is azurite. It's a beautiful blue-green stone. It looks a lot like the planet Earth when it's in a marble or bead form. And it is the heart chakra, my Aries friends. Just saying. Get to work on your hearts this week, Aries. So, small area, massive results, Aries. All right. Where's my Taurus at? Thank you guys for checking me out here on YouTube as well as on TikTok. I truly appreciate it. I love all of you. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us on Tuesday. I knew I used different cards for a reason tonight. All right. Can't make this shit up. All right, Tauruses, are we ready? Ready? You guys start off with the Beauty Way. And notice that this is not only a pink lotus, but a golden dragonfly above it. This is one of my favorite cards in this whole deck because it talks about getting back to a peaceful time, getting back to a peaceful part of yourself. Then you have Hidden Realms. And a yawn. Woo! You have Hidden Realms. I knew I hadn't been breathing much when I was talking. So, then you have Responsibility. And then you have the Netcaster, which is plans coming to fruition. So Taurus, it's going to be a week where you're privy to some information that the rest of us may not quite see. you're going to look around and you're going to see all of these amazing connections everywhere. You're going to be able to look at friends and family and so on. And when they say, well, I don't understand this or this, you're going to be able to go boop, 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 and tie everything together for them. Just like that. You're seeing the hidden realms that float between here and there. You're seeing the strings. You're seeing the multiverses. You're seeing all of the aspects of every situation. And it is a little overpowering. I'm not going to lie. It's a little overpowering. It's also amazing. So, that responsibility card. Taurus is just like the Cappies. You guys are going to realize that you have a very unique responsibility this week to make sure that you pass along the information you're seeing, you're hearing, you're feeling, you're dreaming. When people ask you, make sure that you guys are giving what comes to your mind, okay? There's a reason those specific things are coming to your mind. By doing this, it's going to help you put plans into place that are going to start coming to fruition very, very quickly. So be ready for that. Now, I want you guys to notice too, this card. Well, you may not notice it from there, but this is the number 42. This is one of my favorite numbers. If you guys are familiar with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, then you know that this is the answer to the universe, 42. Felt like I needed to point that out. So, Tauruses, are you ready? Again, y'all have the Azurite card. You can't make this shit up. I shuffled that deck 3 times. Can't make this shit up. It is your heart chakra. But you are going to be called to be helping everybody around you and working with them and doing what you can to give them the information that they need. So, there you go, Tauruses. Going to be an interesting week for y'all as well. Let's see, who would that lead us to? Would that lead us to the Geminis? Because I believe so. Well, that's a first. I picked up the deck and flipped it around and started shuffling it upside down. Where's all my Geminis at? There's a whole bunch of my Geminis. There's my other Geminis on YouTube. Ooh, okay, Geminis, calm down. So who all watched the CERN live this morning? Who all felt like we were in a movie this morning? I did. I absolutely did. All right. We ready? Get situated there. All right. Geminis. You guys start off with the Rainmaker. And the number 42. I went to put the card down and I went, no way. Can't make this shit up. Because here's what's even better. The next card is the number 24. And this is light codes. And this is a card of travel and not physical. Then you guys have divine connection and the compassion card. Now, my Gemini friends, this week is going to be one that really touches you deep in the soul as well, okay? It's going to be one where you guys realize that You can make things happen. Little bitty things at first. Little bitty things at first. But here's the other thing. That light codes card is very interesting because it means you're going to be having some very, very interesting dreams, some visions. You're probably going to have some times where you just zone out and you feel like in no way are you here. Thank you for the gift, love, by the way. Pay attention to these, Gemini, okay? You're not just zoning out. You're not crazy. You're not having... I knew that was coming. Woo! You're not having weird dreams for no reason. This divine connection card right here tells me that you guys are so damn connected this week. It's not even funny. These dreams and everything going on this week, Gemini, are going to make you a much more compassionate person towards everybody. Okay? I promise. I know that people have been getting on everybody's nerves lately. I know. Thank you, love, for the gift. It is what it is. But I'm just going to let you guys know. Geminis, y'all are super connected this week. You can make shit happen. Okay? You have ruby zoisite, which is the sacral chakra. Very powerful chakra that's often overlooked as to how important it is. So, there you go, Geminis. Most shops around you are going to have ruby zoisite, okay? I promise. It's a really, really beautiful stone. Just saying. So, that would lead us to my Cancer friends. Where's all my Cancers at? It's too many Cancers. Thank you, love, for the gift. Still too many. I don't mind doing 2 cards, but not like a whole stack. So the name of the stone for the Geminis was ruby zoisite. Well, okay. I was going to pick that card, and I guess it decided it needed to pick one for me. And apparently you get 2 there. Okay. Every single one of y'all's cards this week, Cancers, is in the teens. 12, 14, 10, 18, 19. Interesting. All right. We ready? You guys start off with the coyote. Then you have energy signature, which means the past is in the present. The present is in the past. I know. Like, we'll talk about that confusing bit of words that came out of my face. Hang on. Then you guys also have responsibility. And then you have 2 cards over here. You have rising above the fray. And you have spiritual narcolepsy. So, Cancers. I had to wait for the music to crescendo there. This week is going to be one that starts off with some very odd, tricksterish energy. You're going to feel like people are messing with you. You're going to feel like things from your past are being dredged up on purpose to mess with you. So, know this right off the bat. They are not. The person that's randomly bringing things up, they're not doing it on purpose. It just crossed their mind and they brought it up. The things that come to your mind are not because you're pining for the past. It's just the universe needed them to come up. Okay? There is something about your past, something that you thought you had left behind that you're over. Ooh, knew that was coming. Something that you thought was over, that you still have a little bit of a lesson to learn from. And it's not so much that you need to learn this huge hardcore lesson this week. It's because there is something else that pops up this week that is almost exactly like that thing in the past. You have a responsibility to you to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes. You don't walk the same path. That you rise above the bullshit and don't get caught up in it again. You're also needing to see where you've kind of been asleep spiritually in a way. Maybe you're awake and then you go back to sleep. And then you're awake and you go back to sleep. You're awake and you go back to sleep. So it's going to be that kind of week, Cancers, where you have more than a few epiphanies. But know that the people bringing up the past are not doing it on purpose. They are not doing it to make you mad. They are not doing it to hurt your feelings. It's the universe that needs you to pay attention to that situation because it's starting to happen again with something or someone different. Okay? So, you guys have Amazonite, which is the heart chakra. Amazonite is found at almost every store too. It's a beautiful green stone, like super, super pretty. So, there you go. That would lead us to my lovely Leos. Yes? Where's my lovely, wonderful Leos at? All the Leos coming out. I'm glad you Cancers are already feeling that. As I knock everything over because, you know, that's how I roll with my life. All righty. Here we go, my Leos. I love you. All right. Ready? So you guys have magic to start off your week. Then you have light codes, which is travel awaits you. Then you guys have creativity. Then you have stars in the sky, which is upside down. This is limitless possibility, but like I said, upside down. We're going to talk about why. It's not a bad thing, okay? Leos, this week holds some interesting magic for you, okay? It's not just the magic in the universe, okay? It is the magic everywhere, the magic in you, the magic around you, etc. You're going to be having some interesting revelations this week. I would bet that for you, Leos, the majority of you, this is going to come in the form of dreams. Be paying attention to them. Be super, super paying attention to them. Because these dreams that you guys are going to be having are going to really unlock some things for you, Leos, okay? In unlocking these things for you, you're suddenly going to feel very creative about your own life, about where you are in life, where you're going in life, where you want to go in life. Here's the good thing. And remember how I said, don't worry about this card because it's actually a good thing that it's upside down? Now, I know you guys are like, well, you just said that I was going to be very creative about thinking about where I'm going. So why wouldn't I have limitless possibilities? Because you don't need them. You need to pick a direction and go for it, Leos. You've had too many possibilities and they've been overwhelming you. So you can't pick a direction and go. Instead, you pick 9 directions and you kind of just give your energy out in too many places. Pick a direction and go, Leos. You have the energy like a rubber band, like a slingshot. So pick a direction and go, Leos, okay? Now, it fell out of my head what this is for, but you guys have Neptune, which is also the crown chakra. So any stone that helps with your crown chakra this week is going to help you too, Leos. And I find that interesting because the crown itself is what guides where you're going. It guides your decisions. So the stones that are going to help your heart, not your heart, your crown, are going to help you with this decision. Okay? Thank you, love. Thank you for the gifts, guys. I truly appreciate it. That would bring us to my Virgos. Yeah? Where are my Virgos at? That's a beautiful one. Thank you so much, love. So for those of you guys that are interested in classes, I do have something called the Blue Plan, which is $75 a month. It gives you access to almost every class. The only ones it doesn't give you access to is Omni Reiki and my shamanism course, but it would give you access to both the mentorship and herbalism and all the other tiny standalone classes. So just saying. Well, you don't got to pay like 4 things. Not that I'm saying don't give me money, but I'm saying that it's cheaper. So yeah. I saw you flipping it for my face like that. All right. Okay. Ready, Virgos? You guys have the giveaway. Then you have Awakened Spirit. And me yawning. Third time? Then Practical Intuition. Then Clarity and Organization. So, Virgos. Apparently, y'all have been holding too much shit in here. Or in here. Or in here. Wherever you're holding it. Y'all are holding way too much shit, Virgos. This is the week, especially the next couple days, where it just goes right out of your head, right out of your heart, right out of your gut. Wherever it's been sitting, it just goes away. You realize that you don't have to hold on to it anymore. There's no reason for you to hold on to it anymore, Virgos. The only person that it's bothering is you. The only person it's holding back is you. When that happens, you hit this awakened spirit phase again. I know a lot of you Virgos have already gone through this, but you hit this awakened spirit again. And letting go of this bullshit and deciding that it truly does not affect you, it allows you to be so much more open to the universe. It allows your intention to go back up to where it used to be and beyond. And it allows you to clean out some things that have been festering. Now, for some of you guys, this is cleaning your house. For others, it's cleaning out things you've been holding on to in your own mind, in your own gut, in your own heart. So, Virgos, it's going to be a week of cleaning house, literally and figuratively. So, you guys may notice that your Virgo friend suddenly is like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to talk about that anymore. They're going to have some stuff that they've swept out. They're not ready to entertain it anymore. So Y'all like my word salad there? Y'all have celestite, which is a wonderful, wonderful stone to help you clear some emotions out. There are several different colors of it. This one right here just says celestite. So if I were you, I would grab whichever one calls to you. Just saying. This is also the sacral chakra, which is getting back to who you are, Virgos. It's getting back to who you are. So, Virgos, you're going to be stepping back into your own Virgo-esque power this week. Okay? Let's see. That would bring us to Libras, am I right? Where's my Libra crew? Okay, got you. All right, Libra lose. Gotcha. Thank you for that. That was beautiful. How many others absolutely just love this part? How many of you love the song from Interstellar? How many of you does that piano really speak to your soul? I'm just curious. Just curious. No, it does mine. If you guys would like, I'll tell you what colors that song is to me. All right. Ready? My Libras. You guys have the Time Master. This is a pretty serious card, Libras. Okay. Then you have Spiritual Evolution upside down. Then you have Boundaries upside down. Then you have Inspiration upside down. Then you have the Compassion card. So, I will tell you guys really quickly, this song in particular, this Cornfield Chase, whatever it is called on TikTok. I know you guys have all heard it. This right here in particular is a beautiful, beautiful array of blues, dusty magentas, and some purple. So it looks exactly like a nebula would look. Does that make sense? So, all right, Libras. Ready? Libras, this week is going to be a humongous shift for you. Right off the bat. Today or tomorrow, chances are you've already felt it. Here's the thing, though. There's two parts to this. One part is that you're going to feel it when it happens. When you feel it, it's going to have you disconnected. But it's also going to show you where you have hit the next phase in your spiritual evolution. And it's time to kind of coast a little bit before anything else happens. So it's actually a good thing, Libras. It's actually a good thing. I know some of you guys were freaking out. This Time Master card and that spiritual evolution upside down means that you have this last shift for right now. And then you're going to see where your spiritual evolution has kind of come to a slow, it's come to a pause, it's come to a plateau. Okay? On this plateau, however, there are no boundaries, meaning you're going to have to make them and put them into place. Whereas before, you've had spiritual boundaries. You've been able to kind of guard yourself, protect yourself, etc. You're going to have to relearn how to do those things. you have to put those boundaries back in place, meaning people are going to seriously overwhelm you suddenly. Places that you used to love to go, things you used to love to do, you're not going to want to do them this week. It is also going to make you feel like you've kind of lost your inspiration, your creativity. You need to hunker down and you need to pay attention to this and this. You're very logical this week, Libras, which is going to feel off for you. Not that I'm saying you're not logical beings, but you Libras are emotional beings. So it is going to be a week where you guys really have to pay attention to that logic and know where it fits in your life. Okay. So for those of you guys that have Libras in your life, so just know it's going to be a little weird with them. They're going to be super logical and have a whole bunch of really good advice and be pulling out some Spock things. It's just going to happen. But Libras, it's also going to be a week that makes you so much more compassionate towards yourself. You're already very compassionate to everyone around you, and you've been struggling with being that way to yourself. This is the week that you start being compassionate to yourself, Libra, okay? So, again, somebody, y'all can kick me. I cannot remember for the life of me what Neptune is. Normally I would. I'm sure I will Thursday, but my brain is overwhelmed this evening. But this is also your crown, Libras. Imagine that. Neptune is going to be a ruling planet for you guys this week. Anything that helps your crown is going to help you through all of this. Okay, Libras? Just letting you know. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Now then, that would bring us to the Scorpios. Yeah? Where would my Scorpios be? There we go. And 2 it is. Okay. So I did see a few people asking about how I felt about CERN and so on and so on. And I will tell you guys that I came to a revelation today. I'll put out a video about it later. I think that CERN has already accomplished what they set out to do, and they just don't realize it. Wow, that card literally jumped out of the deck. That was awesome. Ready, my Scorpio friends? So you guys have the crow, which flipped out at me like this, just a little whopper jawed, okay? Then you guys have emotional challenges, which is also the resolve the issue card. You have the astral travel card, which is also the caution card. Then you have divine light. And you have revelation. So, my Scorpio friends, you have a few things to accomplish this week. Are you ready? One of the first things that you have to accomplish is realizing that your intuition is kind of knocked down a little bit. It's okay. It'll come back, okay? This is one of the first things you're going to notice, that your intuition isn't quite as spot on as it should be, okay? The second thing you have to overcome is there is something interesting emotionally for you this week. I have a feeling it's been rearing its head over the last probably week and a half or so. You're going to have to be the one to resolve the issue. And I will tell you, for the majority of you, that literally means walking away, which is not what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to make sure they know how you feel about it. But walking away is going to be the easiest and the best thing that you can possibly do. In doing that, you do have to be just a little cautious, okay? you do have to be just a little cautious with yourself, with where you're going, and so on. Because that astral travel card right there tells me that you are open to doing some travel, to doing some shit and some stuff in your sleep. Not saying you're gonna, but when you clear out emotions and you make room for other things, that can happen. Clearing out emotions leads way to other emotions getting what they need, getting the air to breathe. You're also surrounded by a divine light this week, Scorpios, meaning you have the power to get rid of these unwanted emotions. You have the power to kick those things to the fucking curb and walk away. And this all brings you down to this amazing revelation about yourself, Scorpios. A few of you guys have had the revelation card pop up, whether it was in this deck or another deck. So I find it interesting that you guys are going to be having a lot of revelations about yourself this week. It's just going to be a very interesting week. So, Scorpios, you also have the Ruby Zoisite card, which is your sacral chakra, getting back to who you are. So, going to be a week of some Scorpio energy, walking flat away from some things and some people. Going to be interesting. Just saying what I'm saying. So who would that bring us to? That would bring us to my Sagittarius friends. Am I right? Yes. Yes. So, okay, Sagittarius. Calm down. Calm down. If you guys are just joining, if you've missed your sign, no big deal. No big deal. I stream live on YouTube, so you can go watch on YouTube and hear me tell you I stream live on YouTube. I don't want to do that many, man. There we go. Don't forget, guys, I have 2 new classes that start next week. I'm super excited about them. You know, we've already got several people that have been on the waiting list for forever for the shaman class. All right. Those of you guys just joining, Sagittariuses are like, no, cards first. Those of you guys just joining, I have a full herbalism course and a shaman course that starts next week. My mentorship class as well. Don't miss it. Now, there will not be class tomorrow. For those of you guys that are in my mentorship class, my son's having surgery in the morning, so there will be no class tomorrow. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday, okay? The next Wednesday, however, 10 a.m. Central, I have mentorship class. Right after that, I have shaman class. Right after that, I have herbalism class. Just all the classes. We're going to overload your brain. All right. Y'all ready? Sagittariuses? You guys have the mystical shaman. Then you have the celestial gatekeeper, which is timing is critical. Then you have strength. Then you have the gestation period card. So, I just saw the last card over there. You can't make this shit up. Okay. Ready? Sagittariuses, for you, it's a week of glitter. It's a week of, you know, when you guys have those moments where you see where everything in the universe is aligning just perfectly, where the timing is just like, that's exactly where you're at this week, Sagittarius. You're going to be looking around and kind of seeing all the glittery goodness that the universe has to offer, where timing is perfect. Not only is the timing perfect for a lot of things, it's perfect for other things to fail. I said it that way for a reason. Okay? You're also going to see where things around you have kind of been in a holding pattern because of that timing. Things needed to build. Things needed to fester. Things needed to get to the boiling point and hit the right point so they could be let loose, so they could come to fruition. You're also going to realize that because you've had to be in that waiting period for so damn long, you've been super fucking strong about it. You may not have liked it, but you've been super strong about it. And now suddenly, here it is. So, it's going to be a lot like this song, where you just feel powerful as shit, Sagittarius. It's going to be one of those weeks where everything goes exactly the way it's supposed to. There will be things that are pulled from your life this week, Sagittarius. Just know it's because they have to be. Okay? They're no longer on your path. They're no longer for you. All of this other good stuff is coming right in, though. Right in. You ready for this? Y'all saw me shuffle, yes? This is also the Ruby Zoisite card again. And the sacral chakra, meaning you Sagittariuses need to get back to who you are. So, there you go. So, for those of you guys that catch me on Thursday night, or maybe you don't catch me on Thursday night, you should. I do a full Reiki session followed by some interesting reads. This week I'm doing Vesta retrograde reads. You can get you a spot right on my site. Thank you for the galaxy love. Appreciate that. I love those. You can get a ticket right on my site for reading Thursday. I will have the rest of my readings for this weekend and so on up tomorrow as well, because I'll have some time while I'm sitting in the hospital to get that shit done. Thank you for the gift, love. So, that being said, let me pause here on YouTube. Thank you guys on YouTube for watching me this evening, finding out how your week's going to go.